Chag Sameach, Simchat Torah. What a name for a festival. The joy of the Torah. What other nation, what other religion do you have where the holiest book of that religion is beautifully dressed in its finery with crowns and silver? We hold the Torah in such awe, with such reverence, with such respect, that when the Torah is carried around, paraded around the shul, the entire community stands up in honor. We kiss the Torah. We bow towards the Torah. Our entire lives are molded by the mitzvot of the Torah. And then Simchat Torah. We finish reading the Torah. There's great joy. We have finally finished the book. We take the Torahs out from the ark. We dance with the Torahs around the shul, around the community. The great joy of finally finishing the cycle of the Torah. And then we immediately start again, because this is what we are all about. It is finishing your favorite book and saying, I want to read it again, because I know I'm going to find something more, some deeper insight. When I look at the Torah, and I read it every single week as the Baal Koreh of my shul, there's something very beautiful. The very final word of the Torah is Yisrael, finished with the letter Lamed. The very first word of the Torah is Bet, Bereshit. And when we take the last letter, the Lamed, and we put it together with the first letter, the Bet, we form the word Leiv, which means the heart. The heart of the Jewish people is the study of Torah. It is the beating heart that has sustained us throughout our generations. And here's another beautiful insight. If the first word is Bereshit in the beginning, and the last word is Lamed, is Yisrael at the end, what is the middle words of the Torah? Interesting. The middle words of the Torah are the words Darosh, Darash, and you shall surely interpret. What an insight. The Leiv of the Jewish people is the Torah. The pumping heart that sustains the Jewish people throughout the generations is, of course, the Torah. And what makes it so unique is Dorosh, Dorash, says the Torah. Continue to study it, look into it, find the insights, grow as a person. Every single cycle that I've done through this Torah, I celebrate my achievements. Whether it has been going through another year of Daf Yomi, whether it's been finishing the parsha with the commentary of Rashi or someone else, or having listened to the myriad of shiurim over the course of the year, every single year I'm inspired, I'm excited, I've learned so much, I've grown as a person. And thus, Simchat Torah for me is a time in which I celebrate my learning. In the same way as someone who finishes their degree celebrates with a valedictory and their celebration, this is our valedictory for the Jewish people, in which we celebrate the conclusion and the starting of the Torah. And how beautifully do we do it? We have two weddings. We have a Chatan Torah, the groom of the Torah, the person who finishes, is honored with reading the last few lines of the Torah. And we have Chatan Bereshit, the bridegroom who starts the Torah once again. This is the Kihem Chayenu V'Orech Chameinu. These words have sustained the Jewish people throughout the generations. So what is the most exciting day and the best day to be in shul? It has to be Simchat Torah. If you go to shul on Yom Kippur, it's amazing, it's inspiring, but it's a heavy day. If you want to really experience Judaism, get to shul on a Simchat Torah. See the dancing, see the celebration, see the singing, see the Torahs actually dancing around the community. And then you'll know what it means to be Jewish. So what is the message I want to leave you on Simchat Torah? The message is as follows. Some of us associate Judaism with the heavy days. They only go to shul on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. The day that I would love you to be in shul is Simchat Torah. Because on that day you see Judaism vibrant, alive, dancing, happy, celebrating. And this is my challenge to you for this year. Is connect to our heritage. connect to this book, these scrolls. Find for you, if you have never read through the Torah before, make it your challenge for this week. Parashat HaShavua, every single week, go through the Torah. If you're a master of the Torah, you know the parashiyot, pick a new commentary. Work your way through a new commentary, because there are so many ideas that are there that one can derive from the Torah. And next year, not only will it be Simchat Torah, celebrating the Torah, but you'll be able to celebrate with everybody your achievements, your learning. And the more you learn, the deeper the connection, the greater the joy. Chag Sameach.